All right, episode 7 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law is available now on Disney Plus, and this is my spoiler review. Sometimes with these episode reviews, I do a non-spoiler and a spoiler segment, but at this point, I'm just trying to save time here because most people who click on an episode review have already watched it, so I don't see the point in doing a spoiler review. But yeah, let's get into some spoilers about this episode. If you have not seen episode 7 of She-Hulk, or really any of the episodes so far, I recommend you click off the video here because, yeah, you don't want to get anything spoiled for you, do you? So, yeah, click off the video if you haven't seen it yet. But as for the people that have or just don't care, let's talk some spoilers. So, we start off the episode with a previously on, which makes it painfully obvious that Josh is, in fact, a villain, which is kind of a little theory slash hunch that I had after the last episode meeting him. And, a little disappointing that the previously on kind of gave that away. Even the Real Rejects said that it kind of gave that away for them. So yeah, the previously on sometimes kind of hurt the show. But yeah, after Josh gets invited in after the third date, Jen wakes up to an empty bed, just her. He's not there. Sends him a text, sends him another text, and yeah, she is ghosted. And that's like, even if the previously on wasn't enough, that is another inclination that he is sus AF. That's literally what I wrote in my notes. But yeah, basically, there's a problem with the inhibitor on Abomination / Emil Blonsky's inhibitor thingy. And she has to go out to his retreat and make sure everything's fine. And after her car gets destroyed by Manbull and El Aguila, probably saying that wrong, she is stuck there for a while until a tow truck comes. So she's kind of on this little mission to find service and whatnot for a little bit, and then she stumbles upon kind of a group therapy kind of thing, and ends up sitting down, talking about her issues with Josh, talking about her issues with guys, her issues with Jen, with She-Hulk, with everything. And it's just really nice to see the self-reflection with the character and see her kind of realize things about herself. And I don't know, the writing in this episode I thought was really good. So I really appreciated a lot that they did in this one. Also just meeting like a bunch of these crazy side characters like Porcupine and Saracen, I think is called. He thinks he's a vampire. Maybe we'll see him in Blade. I doubt it, but yeah, it's just nice to see like Abomination at this point. It seems like he is a good guy. Maybe he's not. Maybe it's still a front. But at this point, it seems so much like he's a good guy, where it's just like, how can he not be? He seems like he's on a better path. So yeah, maybe it's all bullshit, but I would like to think that it's not. So yeah, very, very fun episode, and it's called Obama's Day, his whole retreat thing, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, one of the guys that ended up trying to attack Jen and get the blood from her from whichever episode that was, he ends up being one of the people there. Jen kind of throws him around a little bit, but they sort their differences out, even though I still don't fully trust him. Everything seems fine in the end, but yeah, I think there's still something sketchy with him. I think he might be following her or something like that. It seems like at this point, Josh is the Hulk King that was mentioned at the end of the last episode, who seems to be running this operation, trying to get She-Hulk's blood. So yeah, it really makes me wonder about who you can trust and who you can't. Is Josh going to be the main villain of this series, the overarching villain? I really didn't think he would be, but maybe he is. And if that's the case, he was introduced last episode. He was introduced in episode 6, and there's 9 episodes. So that means you have like what? Kind of like 4-ish episodes with the character if he even shows up in the next one. And then you gotta introduce the whole Frogman thing and Daredevil and like all this other stuff. And I'm just like, how are you gonna fit this in the last 2 episodes? And the answer is they probably won't. That's gonna be there for sure, but is it gonna work? I mean, maybe the whole Daredevil and Frogman stuff will for the next episode, which I imagine that'll be the next episode. Could be wrong. That could be the last episode for all I know, but it seems like this whole Josh thing is supposed to be like the way this all ends, I guess. So I don't really like it that much that he seems to be the main villain because he's just a guy. Like, we haven't seen enough of him, like, be a villain or anything like that. We've just seen him be, like, a nice kind of dorky guy. And if we don't see anything else other than that, then his villain is going to be probably the most forgettable one of all the Marvel shows and movies. So, I don't know. I don't love this show, but I don't hate it like some people do. I don't hate it because of reasons of her being a woman or being a strong female lead or really anything. The big thing I have in this show is the writing, not in terms of like the like woke writing or anything like that. I could give shit. I could give less of a shit about that, but you know, it's just the way that this show is moving. The pacing of the show is at times really painfully slow, and it feels like nothing's gonna happen at all. It feels like kind of a build up to nothing, and I hope that's not what the show ends up being with the last 2 episodes. I think that it could still pull it around, but we'll really have to wait and see. I am not holding my breath for the best finale I've ever watched in any Marvel show. Is it going to end up being my least favorite Marvel show so far? I don't know. I really hope not. But, I mean, at this point, kind of. So, yeah, there's my review, my spoiler review / kind of breakdown for episode 7 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. What did you think of the episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you in the middle? What do you think about the show so far? And are you as concerned about the last 2 episodes as I am? Because I don't know how they're going to wrap this up and make it feel the way it should, you know? Make it feel like an actual finale, and rather than just, you know, oh, we got to do all this now because it's the last episode. All right, let's catch up. So yeah, this is a spoiler review, so feel free to talk spoilers in the comments, and leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and I will see you in the next one where I will either be reviewing Bros or Smile. So, see you later.